Tell me you have Asian parents without telling me you have Asian parents.
If you continue using the plastic container, you are taking a risk of accumulating more chemicals than normally you're exposed to.
We asked you what you'd like us to investigate, and we've got experts to answer your questions. On today's episode, plastic takeaway containers. Piping hot food is added to them, and they sometimes travel long distances to get to us. So, is it safe to put hot food in plastic containers?
If the store is only serving you hot soup, for example, the container that they portray is very likely it's heat resistant. Because if you are pouring the hot soup into a container, it's not meant to be so high temperature. The container will melt, will get deformed immediately.
Does this mean that our containers will tell us when it's not safe for use?
Deforming, the texture change. Discoloring, for example, if the container itself is transparent and then you start seeing a patch of yellow, right? It means that particular area previously could have overheated.
What's happening to the plastic when it deforms?
Generally, disposable food containers are made from plastic resin and mixed together with a little additive. Some of these additives could help out the plastic to be softened, to improve the physical appearance of the box, to holding on high temperature food. Some of these additives leach out from the plastic and could have post-food safety issues.
What happens if we eat these additives?
In the lab, often we see it affected development and growth from animal studies. But when we run toxicological studies, we generally increase to an extreme level and see what could be the worst happen. We often have about 100 to 1,000 or million times concentration difference from a usual day-to-day exposure.
Does it mean that we can use the plastic containers forever if we don't expose it to heat?
Not only heat, but boil, extreme pH. Some people who like spicy food, nowadays it's a trend. These will also eat the plastic without your notice. If the bottles has been filled with water, right, don't go and change and fill with coffee. It is important to use light-to-light approach in terms of temperature, in terms of pH. Of course, it will be fantastic if you can use exact same food as well.
So, is it safe to microwave our food in plastic containers?
If the disposable plastic container is actually designed to take on microwave, they are safe to be in microwave. You should be able to find a microwave label at boxes who are designed for microwave use.
What makes plastic microwave safe?
Number 5, PP-based plastic. Sometimes they can hold up to about 140 degrees.
Wait, are those the ones underneath plastic containers? What do those numbers mean?
These resin labeling mainly it's to tell us what is the main ingredients the container is made from, what is the resin has been used. But it doesn't tell you what additive has made, what have been strengthened. Some plastics are suitable for alcohol-based products, sweet cooking wine. Soy sauce is another extreme pH. The resin label could be exactly the same, but the formulation between the two bottles could be different because it's used for different applications.
What makes a plastic container disposable and one-time use only?
A lot of manufacturers, when they process and when they develop the plastic formulations, they tend to use slightly weaker and thinner plastic materials.
What makes a plastic container reusable?
Because it's designed to be reused again, it will be able to resist certain physical cleaning. The manufacturer could have added some acid resistance, some oil resistance as well in the reusable container.
So, how do we choose a safe reusable container?
Always go back to what is your application. If your container is consistently needed to be heated, you might want to look at heat-resistant reusable plastic container. A good quality silicone can go up to 200-300 degrees. My wife loves to use glass container, but I don't know how many of them I have dropped it.
How would we know which manufacturer to trust?
Bare minimum, they should have a proper international resin label, as well as an FDA and a food safety label. Go and bring your recycled, reusable containers to the shop. Nothing to shine about it. I often bring my box down.